Gonna say I was mute the lines, but I had quick fingers. So happy Wednesday, big waves out there, big waves out there, big waves out there. I love seeing all of your smiling faces. I'll tell you, today has been a fantastic day because I've gotten to see so many of you throughout the day, which makes for a beautiful Wednesday for me. But I am extra excited for tonight because we have a special guest. And there is a small chance that I said, you know what would be phenomenal is if we could tap into the brain that belongs to Coach Palmer. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen and just share a little intro. So tonight is going to be questions with Coach, and we're going to do this with our very own Coach Palmer. And I'll tell you guys, I've had the privilege of working with this gentleman. Well, we argue sometimes about how long it's been, at least a decade, closer to 13 years. And he is a phenomenal mentor. And if you really want to make him happy, put him in a position where he gets to help other people. That's his strength, that's his love language, and he is phenomenal at helping others. So I've definitely been a very grateful recipient of that. And I wanted to spread that out with the team. So that's what we're doing tonight. We're going to have questions with Coach. So Brent, thank you so much for tuning in tonight and being willing to share some more time with us via Zoom.
Absolutely. Excited to be here. Excited to be here.
Well, we are so excited to have you. And I know that and I just I threw together a really quick little slide deck so that we could share a little bit of information. And Coach, I'm happy to jump around and do this in whatever order that you would
Yeah.
like. But first, I was hoping we could talk really briefly about PXP24, and then we can move on to the next topic.
Yeah, let me look and the full price, the full experience is 124. And then the 10 pack is what? I just want to make sure we note that at 1149.
1149.
Okay. All right. Let's zoom out really quick. I'm going to tonight. Andrea's got some questions for me, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you kind of what I think about. Okay, and so let me get out of here. Been highlighted. So,
Okay.
um, one of the things that I think about a lot is, and I want you to think about this, is leaders are made at events. And we know this, this is a part of our profession, but also leaders continue to flourish and become bigger leaders through going to events. And so I'll tell you where PXP is for me right now. And I'm just going to spend just a second on this. But I would challenge any of you, if you've got one team member or you've got 100,000 team members, like focus them on PXP for Orlando. So PXP is happening in September. Okay. Now, September 2024. Now, PXP stands for Partner Co Experience. Okay. And so you will see this company have an annual experience party, if you will, or an experience in somewhere around the US marketplace. I share that with you because if we're sitting right now and we're in the month of March, here's what happens. We're 1 year old, we're a new company. And so I've watched since 2023 of February, I've watched our company do this. And then we've gotten to March 2024, and I'm watching our company do this. So, not just in North America, but in Europe and Australia, I'm watching the expansion of our company. And so, this part right here, there's a possibility called hypergrowth. Okay. How many of you have experienced in network marketing hypergrowth? You've seen the movie. We're on the front end of a big movement here. And so I'm positioning everybody to September The tickets, if you went to Panama City, the tickets are actually cheaper that we're putting on. September of 2024, there's actually several experiences happening, but the total of to get all the experiences is $124 a person. Okay. It's a discounted ticket price that runs to the end of this month. I would highly recommend that you lock a spot in there for the company to be in Orlando. Where our company is, where we're going, is all the reason to get to the Partner Co experience. So to get the full experience package that gets you into the entire event, it's $124. I would lock that down if I were you. But I want to tune you into this price. A lot of you are pre-selling. A lot of you sell, for instance, the drops on social media. If you just thought about this, if you went and you pre-sold from now, listen now, this is the best tip I can give you. If you pre-sold from now to the next few weeks going into the end of March, let's say it took me to the last day of March to sell to Will and to sell to this person and to this person. And that means they Venmo you $115. Okay. And every person you got on your to Venmo you $115. What would you have? You would have $1,150 to go by the end of the month, the 10 tickets. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So everybody on here, if we're sitting here and you go, do you have 10 people on your team that you would like to get to PXP, Partner Co experience? If you don't have to go buy the tickets right now, but you got till the end of the month to get this discounted price. So if you just went ahead and had them Venmo each person that said, yes, I'm going with you, Alicia Bacon. I'm going with you, Alicia. Just have them send you $115. When you get to 10, go buy a 10 pack. Go buy a 10 pack of tickets. This $11.49 is 10 tickets to PXP. It's discounted. It gets everybody into all the experience. And you go, well, what? Why, Brent? There's 104 people on the call. If we all just went and did 10 people on our team, guess what? That's over 1,000 participants just on this call. I want to tell you, I've attended some major masterful events in my time that were pivotal in my career in this industry. I believe this will top them all because of where we're at with the cusp of being at the front end of hyper growth. But I'll tell you this, I've never experienced an event that was any more magnificent than when I had all my team there, when I had a big team there with me. And so right now, you can go ahead and lock their spots. Don't go buy the tickets and be out money. Go collect the money and then buy the 10 pack. Okay? Does everybody see? It's called building for events. And we've all got the power in our hands to go do that. And I wouldn't tell you that unless I've done it myself. And so when this got launched, guess what I did? I locked down my 10 pack of tickets because I knew I was going to extend the invitation to all of you to go help yourself out by creating this strategy. And guess what? Building for events is absolutely how to be a leader in this industry and how to create this masterful profession and excel it and create a lot of income with it. It's getting people to attend events. We left Panama City and Michelle McKay, anyone could ask her, her team has blown up since Panama City. Guess who had a lot of people there? Michelle McKay's team. So Orlando is going to be magical because of where we're at as a company, because of the growth we're experiencing. So just find a way to run this plan. So, Andrea, that's what I would share. And another thing I would share is let's let the world know we got our tickets. Let's let the world know. I learned this from Eric Worre. Whether you're a fan of Eric Worre or not, Eric Worre said this: if people don't get tired of hearing your noise, you're not promoting the events enough. So here is a beautiful picture of Mary Catherine and Petra, her mother, and they're going to Orlando. Meet us there. That should be going across social media in all aspects: Instagram, TikTok. I mean, share it on your stories. But Andrea, where can they get this?
So thanks to Mary Catherine, we have this template and it is now on boards. And so when you go into boards, you can go into resources, team resources. And in there, I actually want to tell you about this as well, that we have a variety of flyers in there that you can access. So when you go in there, not only can you see this template, thanks to Mary Catherine, but if you go into team resources, business tools, you're going to see how to use Canva templates. So that's a little tutorial. So if you don't know how to use Canva and you don't know how to use the templates, read that first. And then the last one is going to say, meet me in Orlando. So you can go ahead and grab that. You can put your pictures on it, make it your own. But this is gorgeous. Thank you so much, Mary Catherine. But we also have in there, real quick, Coach, sorry, but rank advancement flyers are in there. Congratulations when somebody enrolls a new brand partner or to welcome a new brand partner to the team. Congratulations for following the system of growth. Golden ultimate flyers and then party template flyers are all in the team resource section of boards. So go in there, grab them, make them your own, check out the tutorial on how to use them, but we would love for you all to benefit from that.
Andrea, I'll say this too. If you're here, you want to excel at this business, here's the big areas to get better at: events, tools, and recognition. Okay. Listen, if you can master and check off all of these, you will build a team here. You will make residual income in this industry. And what I mean about events, PXP. Let your local events and your Super Saturday events drive a massive crowd of your team to PXP. So that's what I would do. I would do local events. I would do Super Saturdays. And anytime I got in front of my team, I would drive them to PXP. Watch what happens if you do that. The other thing I would do is I'd get really good at coaching people on tools. What is tools? We have an embedded system within boards. If you teach everyone that comes into your business, Michelle McKay, I don't know if Michelle can
I'll have to make her a co-host.
I have spoke to 1,000 people today, probably. Okay. So if you're like Brent, you're getting tongue tied, you're mixing up words, it's because I have spoken to 1,000 people. So Michelle McKay, I don't know if she can unmute, but that's okay if she can't. She got masterful at teaching you people boards, 2 posts a day, boards, 2 posts a day. Because tools are duplicatable, people are not. Michelle McKay understands she's not duplicatable, but tools are, systems are, and that's what she's learned. Like she's crushing it. And many of you are because she's submitted to the tools in the system. And then, Andrea, the last thing is recognition. Here's the thing: we can't do it enough. If a day goes by and someone on your team hasn't been recognized, loved on, cheered for, gave a phone call to, written a note to, made a flyer for. Please do that. Like, that is events, tools, and recognition. You get good at that, you can grow a multi-million-dollar business in our profession. But Andrea, you said flyers. The flyers are in boards. Like, everything is in boards. I even had a shirt made in Colorado Springs. I should have wore it tonight. It said, "It's in boards." Like, I have people that like, "Hey, where do you?" It's in boards. Like, how do I get that approved food? It's in boards. How do you get my point? So, events, tools, recognition. But you cannot recognize enough. Are you doing team calls? Are you recognizing your people? Are you doing flyers for them? Got to. Got to. All right, Andrea.
All right, beautiful. So the next thing I was hoping we could share really, really quickly is just some specials that we have in March. So I know that we talked about this earlier, but you guys know we have a lot of phenomenal products. And I'll tell you, the best way to try something new is to find when we have a special. So we've got two specials this month. And I think Coach is going to talk a little bit about something. I'm seeing him right over there. But the first one is don't leave your gut health to luck. Our probiotics are buy one, get one free. And that is in the regular shopping cart. And then we also have a loyalty special where Restorix is 30% off. And so both products are products I love. I know I'm going to be stocking up while I can. So hopefully everybody can take advantage of that. And Coach, I'm going to spotlight you again. There you go.
Okay. There's a method to the madness here. Okay. So you just saw it with Restorix on special and probiotic, which, by the way, is a phenomenal probiotic. I see Dale Diffie on here right now. Like, I challenge you, like, go look at the probiotic, go study it, go see what's inside of it. Like, it is awesome. But here's the thing, and so is Restorix, by the way, if you've ever dove into that product. But there's a method to the beautiful culture of our company. And I want to share this with you. Find a gateway product, number one. If you're focused on over 100 products, you will confuse the army of people. But if you find a gateway product, for instance, I'm going to use the drops, and you combine it with a system, which we have in boards, let that be your gateway. You gateway them in. Boom, right there. I gateway them in, and then guess what happens? Over the course of 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, they're going to start to learn about our other products. Hence the probiotics were on here. Restorix are on here. And then what's going to happen is not only will they be on drops, they will be on this product and that product and that product because they see the value on how it can support their body. So let our embedded culture of our company produce more products to your business rather than you having to front load everybody that comes in. It will slow you down. Okay. And Michelle could talk on this so well, but here's the thing. Gateway them in, and then they will get on other products within our company, whether that's Tahisha Noni, whether that's Limu, whether that is MOA, like they will upsell themselves on other products to get inside of. If you're in the comments section, maybe type how many products, like 1 to 15, that you're on inside of our company, right? I can't even count them. I think I'm like at 20. But anyway, I can promise you that Will Garson's like, I got 10 for you, buddy, right here.
Ashley
He's
says
probably on
1 billion.
1 billion. Will Garson's probably taking every product we got. Like, here's the thing. That's the beauty of the company. But it all starts with the gateway, ladies and gentlemen. As far as a business, as far as making money and wanting to go fast, lead with one and let the company serve up the others. Watch what happens to your business. So, all right, Andrea, that's that on the promotion of the product.
Beautiful. I love it. So the next thing that I was hoping we can talk about, and you talked about events and some events that we would all love to participate in. So we have a reward trip coming up in the Bahamas, and just wanted to make sure that everybody knows how to check to see if they're qualified. So Coach, you want to talk a little bit about those business rewards, or would you like me to?
Absolutely, absolutely. So our partner co, it stands for PBR, Partner Co Business Rewards. Okay. So did you know that in your back office, thanks Andrea for that. I think it's 360. So 360,000 per person. Okay. I'm going to
With the
break this
flight?
down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to break this down real quick. Okay. Partner Co Business Rewards. Don't get confused by this, but if you go to your back office, you go to business, you can go to the business reward section. You'll just put in your password, it'll let you in, and you're going to see possibly some points. Some of you might not, depending on your activity. But every week, based off activity. So let's say I enroll brand partners, I have enrollments going on personally. Well, I'm rewarded. I'm also rewarded in Partner Co Business Rewards every 6 months. So in January, in July of the year of every year, we compete with the previous 6 months, and we're rewarded in our Partner Co Business Rewards. Again, you click on business, go to rewards. And so this trip coming up to the Bahamas, they're saying is 360,000 Partner Co Business Rewards. Now, I know this might be a little confusing, but maybe not. So every 10,000 business rewards, it's worth $100 to you. So you could go in and cash those. Let's say you had 100,000 in your account. You could go cash each of them in 10,000 increments. So that would mean if you had 100,000, that would be worth $1,000. Does that make sense? If you had 100,000 in your business rewards, that's worth $1,000. You go, what can I spend that $1,000 on? Products, different things in your what we call e-wallet. Don't get caught up in this. We'll talk about it over and over. So bottom line is we also will incentivize you with trips. So I would just let my points just keep adding up, keep adding up, keep adding up. Keep your auto ship turned on. That's how you keep your points. But at the end of the day, in years to come, if hopefully the Bahamas, but if not the Bahamas, you need 360,000. If you go, well, how many dollars is that? That's $3,600. How do I know that? How do I know that? I just divided it out. Okay. What did I say? For every 10,000, it's worth $100. Okay. So $3,600. Everybody with me on that? Maybe. Okay. I don't want to confuse you. So here's my point. Let it accumulate. Let it accumulate. Let it accumulate. And guess what we're going to have next year? We're going to have trips, right? And those trips, you can have your points redeemed in for the trips. Okay. Then the company will run under other incentive things as well and say, hey, if you've made X over this period of time, you win a trip. So we're going to do all kinds of fun things to incentivize people that are helping us build our brand, helping us build our company, right? We're 1 year old. We got a lot of work to do around the world. And so we use our Partner Co Business Rewards for that. So if you've never looked in your back office, feel free to. Andrea, anything you want to add?
No, I think that's it. So just want to make sure. And just so you guys know, 300,000 will get you there without a flight. And I'll tell you, I looked today, it doesn't cost that much to fly there. So just keep that in mind. You're not too far. So we can definitely help you get there through all kinds of personal activities. So if you're like, how do I make my numbers grow? Reach out to one of us. We'll help your numbers grow. But the next thing that we would love to switch gears, Coach, and we've got 2 questions for you. So I'm going to share my screen one more time. And so you can see, because I made a really cute little slide. But the first question that we got, and guys, if you want to be able to submit your questions, we're going to have Coach do this a few times. So please feel free to send your questions to me via text, or I went live today. You can put your questions in that on Partner Code Nation, and we'll make sure that we get them in front of Coach. But the first question was, I'm ready to grow fast. What's the best way to do that?
Okay. So
I can share anything. So just let me know when you want me to share anything on my screen.
Okay, I'm going to share this, and if you want to grow fast, just pay attention to this part. You know, I say this all the time, but adults are we live such busy lives. It's hard to pay attention, and sometimes I miss it. I miss the little thing that creates such the big thing. I want to tell you where most people focus, Andrea and everybody else in our industry. Most people focus on volume, sponsor, drama. Like, I'm kidding about drama. I'm gonna erase that one. Like, you can't have drama. Okay, it doesn't work. You can have it, but it slows you down. So volume, sponsor, legs. Is my base commissions up to this week? If it's down this week, I'm depressed. I'm high. Like, it's just like a lot of people are just like this right here all the time. And I mean, and so it's like, I was so grateful, and I thank God every day for my mentor, because he taught me, it wasn't me, he hammered it into me. Don't focus on volume. Don't focus on money. Don't focus on drama. Don't focus on this person could blow it up, and they don't. Don't focus on this person's not going to be any good. He said, all you got to focus on is action. What is the action? What is the action that drives behavior? And if you can find the action that drives the behavior that checks off the comp plan, then just go run with that fast, right? But you got to find the action. Like, sometimes people miss the action. But if you find the action, you just go run towards the action and do it as much as you can, as fast as you can. I wish Julie Parks was on here today. Julie Parks is a brand new person, just hit vice president, Colorado Springs, never done network marketing. What I'm about to show you click with her. Today, she's identified 10 ladies, trained them up on boards, and spun them off. Tomorrow, they'll make their first post, because she believes with all her heart, if you can identify 10 people, you'll optimize a line. Michelle McKay, you were her inspiration, and you weren't even there. You weren't even there, and you became her inspiration. Because I tell your story, because the action I'm about to tell you, and then I'm going to go back over it with you visually, okay? So if this is you, and you've got 2 lines of business, okay? Michelle McKay says, yep, I've seen that before on a napkin. So I want you to think about this. You've got over here, I'm going to use the drops, for instance. That's your gateway products, what we're going to talk about. Over here, you've got all your customer lists that you've been sending the drops to. And you go, well, Brent, I don't have that. Well, you need to download boards, and you need to do your 7-day launch, because you're behind. Okay. You go, Brent, I can't do a launch. You better find somebody that can, because you said you wanted to go fast, right? You wanted to grow fast. So I'm going to give you a way to grow fast. You've got all these customers. Go follow up with your customers and find the ones that's had a win. When they have a win, get them on the phone with somebody in your business and celebrate the win. Celebrate the win. And then tell them, listen, I want to show you this feature for $29, how great it is. I'm going to call you right back. Go to boards, fire them over the little PowerPoint, and go through it with them on text message. If you're in person, go through it with them in person. Tell them about Partner Co. We've got over 100 products. Look at these results on the drops. And then here's the $29.95. You can get it at my price. And a lot of people start with a 4-pack because they realize selling 3 pays for the whole pack, and they've got one over to use for themselves. Watch how many people enroll. People's enrolling now when they see the 10-pack. $29.95 in a 10-pack. Here's the bottom line. How many customers that you have currently, and if you started right now, and I told you that if you could identify 10 people in each line, 10 people in this line, this is your line 1, 10 people in this line, this is your line 2, 10 people that are downloading the boards and doing their 7-day launch, and you could go to their Facebook page and they're posting twice a day. If you could locate 10 people on each side, you're probably sitting somewhere around $185,000 to $225,000 a year. Would you do it? Would you go fast? Because I know the comp plan. I know that action will create that behavior that if you identify 10, here's what's going to happen. It's going to mushroom from 10 to 27 easy. It's going to mushroom from 10 to 27 over here. What do I mean by 27? 27 people that's running the boards, running the system, posting twice a day, converting brand partners, and then teaching them how to become an army of posters. See, the people that live with the classes in our industry create systems that the masses can do. See, Dale Diffie might be amazing at social media. You know what Dale Diffie is for me, if that's the case? She's what I call a bonus person. Like she's doing her thing, her way. And you know what? I love her. That's not true, by the way, just so everybody knows. I'm just using her for an example.
Dale is
but here's
amazing.
the thing. Dale is amazing. But she's bonus. Auto ships, bonus volume. Right? Do I want a bunch of auto ships? You better believe it, but it's bonus. Here's what I really want. I want an army of people running the system, an army of people that I can identify that's running a system. Why? Because one day if one product goes out, guess what we do with R&D facility? Bring in another product, plug and play, baby. Guess what the Army does? They know what to do. They know how to do it. One tool goes out, next tool goes in, next tool comes in, this tool comes in. Like it never stops. And everybody that comes in, maybe you're attracting a social influencer here that knows so much about TikTok. You know what? And they're crushing sales. Love on them and let them go be a bonus for you. They're great. You attract a big leader to our company and they're blowing and going and recruiting everybody. They're a bonus. They're a bonus. Love them, support them, bonus. Guess what we're doing? Identifying the Indians, like the Army, the people that's going after this thing with the daily post today. Because if you've ever built a network marketing is a lot of people doing a little to create a lot. And so the bigger your team gets, you want to create systems for everybody to be able to win. The person that's trying to make a paycheck to make it to Friday, a person that extra $200 a month changes their life, right? Those people need what? They need systems. They need to be able to be shown what to do. 10 people, 10 people on this that you identify doing it will do what we call optimize an income position. So, Andrea, if you can pull that slide real quick, does that make sense? Everybody follow me?
Yes,
So,
sir.
this is the best thing I sit down with somebody and show. And that is, if you'll scroll up, Andrea, I show them all that if I extend a box to Dale, the first thing I'm going to do, I want to put Dale in circle of health. I'm going to set a reminder on my phone that in 2 weeks, I'm going to follow up with Dale. I might follow up with Dale before 2 weeks, but definitely by 2 weeks, I'm going to follow up. And I'm going to convert Dale to a brand partner, step 2 on the roadmap. And as soon as I convert her to a brand partner for $29, whether she gets a 4-pack, a 10-pack, or pre-sells the drops, I'm going to make sure she downloads boards. We're going to take her picture with her 2 bottles of drops. Like, we're going to get her downloaded, because why? I've now identified one person. Potentially, we got to see if they actually make the post. Download boards. Show them how to do what? And step 4, a social launch. And then I'm going to plug them into the 9:15 IPA call that we do Monday through Friday. They might not can get on. They might can only get on 2 times a week. But I'm going to make sure they know about that. I'm going to make sure they're on Telegram. I'm going to make sure they're plugged in. Andrea does an onboarding on Wednesdays. She does this team call on Wednesdays. Like, I'm going to plug them in to Andrea Rosser and the Monday night corporate Zoom. And then the 6th thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I've got local, regional events going on within my organization as it grows. So I'm going to scroll down just a little bit. I want to share this with you. So you go goal number 1. What is the goal? To get a brand partner to launch, okay, a 7-day social media launch from boards. I got to walk them through doing that. Goal number 2, I got to achieve ultimate in their first 4 Fridays, because that unlocks matching bonus. And then goal number 3 is I start to convert customers to brand partners. So scroll on down, Andrea, if you will, to the first section. And then, Andrea, maybe let's make a note that we teach one night on my money, my volume. And I'll show how I look at that, okay? But on building blocks, just look at this. If a person comes in and says, I want to make $250 a week, $1,000 a month, how do I do it? Identify 4 people in line 1 and 4 people in line 2 that are running the system, posting twice a day. That is going to create activity that drives needing to order boxes, that drives volume through your business, that you hit that 1,700 PV in line 1 and that 1,700 PV in line 2. And guess what? You're going to rank up to senior manager. You're going to get 15% dumped into your savings bonus, and you're going to make $250 a week in base commissions, which is $1,000 a month. So we're going to scroll on down. Maybe that's not enough money for you. And you go, Brent, how do I make $500 a month? Here's how. Identify 7 people in line 1 that are doing what? Running the system. Identify 7 people in line 2 that's running the system. You might have 20 people in line 1, but only 7 are running the system. The rest are bonuses that you're loving on, supporting them, but they're not running the system. They're not an army running, beating to the same drum. But when you identify 7 in each, it's going to produce sales. It's going to create 3,333 in each line. You're going to make 500 a week. You're going to rank up to vice president, and you're getting 15% of 500 for the week for your $10,000 savings bonus. You see how the system checks off all the comp plan if you just run the system. So step number 3, or let's say $1,000, $4,000 a month. There's not many people in the United States of America or around the world that couldn't use $4,000 extra dollars a month. How do I do it? Identify 14 people in line one and 14 people in line two that's running the system. Posting twice a day, the sales are going to is going to drive up through you from the order of 4 packs and 10 packs because they need them, because they're selling them, because people's coming to them on social media. If you sold boxes of drops, put it in the chats how many boxes of drops you've sold. Look at all this. This is all volume as you're seeing them come through the chats. It's all volume that is flowing up through people's lines ones and twos. So all I got to do is identify these people that are popping up. They're in your community. They're in your state. All we got to do is teach them how to use boards. Is everybody going to use boards? No. Is everybody going to post twice a day? No. Is everybody going to like the name Skinny Drop? No. Or hormone balancing, but they're bonus. We love them. We are so glad they're here, but we're looking for the army that gets it. Now, the next thing, Andrea's moved me along. She's like, all right, you're coaching too much. So 2,000 or maybe even preaching. 2,000 a week, 8,000 a month. How do I get it? 27 people in line one that I identify. Doesn't have to be my personal people. It could be my people's people, right? It's just volume. There's no sponsoring criteria. I identified 27 people in line one and 27 people in line two. And guess what? I have fully optimized my income position. Scroll down one more, Andrea. I'm going to make 2,000 a week in base commissions. That's 8,000 a month just in base commissions. That's not counting my match pay. That's not counting my new volume bonus. That's not counting my retail profits. I'm going to make over $400 in the global bonus pool per week. Guys, I'm telling you right now, when you hit that, you're making a solid six-figure income. More than solid six-figure income from a compliance standpoint. I'm not making an income claim. But I could bring on Michelle McKay right now that optimizes weekly here with our company, and she'd tell you that when she saw this right here, she was blown away, and she achieved this in a 2-month period. Did it take work? Thank you, Andrew, for putting that slide up. Let me go back to everybody. Did it take work? Absolutely. She's in Michigan tonight, away from her family in Michigan, building a team, right? So it takes work. But she looked at this in December, and in 2 months, she was identifying people, right? So here's what I'll tell you. Going back to you, if you're willing to run 2 lines of business and identify 1 through 10, what's going to happen is when you get to 10, that army of 10 is going to mushroom to 27. That's going to mushroom to 27. Why? Because they know what to do and they know how to teach what they're doing. And that's called leverage. And at that point, that's when you are going to drive volume through everybody, and you're sitting there and you're going, I just optimized, meaning this line's doing at least 13,334 in a week. This one's doing at least 13,334 in a week. And I promise you this, just in base commissions alone, that's $2,000 for the week. Matching bonus, I'll have to put a question mark on it, but matching bonus is going to be really nice. Okay. Let's just say matching bonus is 1,000. Okay. Might be that, might be a little less, somewhere around, might be more than that. Your global bonus will be over $400, but let's just say $400. Just in that right there, that's $3,400 for the week, not including new volume bonus. So that's in addition to new volume bonus, and not including to retail profits. Some of you retail profits are through the roof running the system. I'm here to tell you right now, if you just added up the 3,400 times 4, see what you get. You go, what do I got to do? Just customers, convert them to brand partners and teach them board 7-day launch and watch your business explode. You go, Brent, I'm not good at conversion. Get with someone that is. Learn how to do it and then don't deviate from it. Just work it, get better at it, fine tune it. I've never seen, Andrea, the reason I'm so passionate about this is because I see it happening all over the country. I've never seen people come out of the gate and build this thing at the speed they're building it to get to this point right here. I've never seen it happen as fast as I'm seeing it happen. And I've been doing this at a high level for a long time. So why am I so passionate and excited? Because I see it working. Real people having real results, just like our product. The system of growth is producing those results too. And guess what? My job is to let the ones winning win and go find the ones that are not and encourage them to come along. So I want to be at the bottom of the mountain, still helping people up, going, do this, submit to this, and watch what happens. Okay? And then once you go, yes, it's happening, then teach it to someone else. And the hardest thing as adults, and I'm guilty of it all the time, is getting stuck in my own ways or maybe worried about what people think on social media. And it's like, what is it? At the end of the day, for Brent Palmer, I had to come to a place and go, they don't control me. Like I am offering up something good. And if they don't see it as that, I'm okay with that. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. I know how we're helping people. And I know the community that we're a part. So I'm not going to let that hold me back from sharing the good news of what this can do. So, Andrea, thank you. I don't know if that was the only question, but I hope did that add value? I hope it added some value to everybody.
So much value. Thank you so much. That was phenomenal. And we're going to save our questions, additional questions for next week, because I think that you covered a ton tonight. So I'll tell you, I, for one, am always grateful when I get to learn from you. And that was a very, very powerful presentation.
Can I say this as we end?
Yeah.
I'm so proud of this group. Like, I just am blown away with what you guys are doing. I was on the phone with the owners earlier on my drive, and they were just raving about what's going on in North America and around the world. And I'm like, we just got to, God has blessed us with just some amazing people, life-giving people. Like, and I see your heart. I see how you care about people. I see how y'all are supporting each other. You're blurring the lines of sponsorship. You're just like, for me, when you got that synergy going on and all that good vibe going on, it's hard to stop that. Like it doesn't matter what you're selling. Like when you got something that good, you're going to spread it to the world, and the world's thirsting for what we got. And that's, in my opinion, a lot of that's just leading with love, just caring about people. And so as simple as that may seem, every time I get on a call, I look at you guys and go, that is why I'm so proud to be at Partner Co. And I'm so proud to be associated with y'all. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for that, Coach. Thank you for your training. Thank you for your heart. And thank you for sharing with all of us tonight. And guys, please give Coach a big kudos in the chats. Just thank him for being on here. We know how busy he is, so I just appreciate every minute. And guys, thank you for tuning in tonight, for spending your Wednesday evening with us. And many of you I spent all day, so it's been a beautiful day for me. Love each and every one of you. Hope you have a great night. We'll see you back tomorrow morning. Thank you all. Have a good night. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you so much.
Yes. Love you guys. Grateful for you. Have a good night.
Thank you.